It's a brand new day, which means it's more Timberborn. So things are a little bit wacky right now. Oops. I think I might get rid of these or have the flow be unlimited and see what happens. Because, this is not panning out like I thought it would. Whoa. But we survived. The bad water didn't take us out. Added a lot of granary. I wish I could make this well, maybe I could actually make this permanent. It would just require, like, cutting this off. Maybe that's why we can diverge this, so we can get a nice clean river. You know, for the most part, until it gets dirty again. We did have a bit of a spillage into our lake, so that stinks. But it will eventually get filtered out, I think. And if not, well, then this was an important lesson. It shouldn't really stop us from extracting water. Like, it can, but it shouldn't. I do wish there was some way that I could monitor the corruption level, but I can't right now. Honey, why are you still corrupted? Go get yourself a little sippy of the lemonade. Of course it's building. There's no one here. Of course it's understaffed. You really want to work there, huh? I don't have any dandies for you, though. Also, that's a shame. How did that get out of my reach? And that wouldn't have been able to be picked up anyway. We'll just cut that out. Okay. What's the plan? What's the plan? If I could, I'd like to redo this. But I can't. So now that I've got that tapped off, do I raise this up some? I think I do. I want it to be pretty close to the top. Try not to interfere too much with the amount of water that's rushing down the river. That should be fine. But yeah, no, I am regretting having this be up so high. But now that we have this, we can go ahead and get some well-being for the beeves here. 2 Lido decks? Does that make sense? Why not do that? They're probably going to prioritize this one. And that's okay. We can also do something with this in case we need to. Looks like this has finally been cleared out, so we can replace this with oak. We're actually starting to get a bit of a surplus of things for once in a long time. Which means I really would like to replace this with a bigger water tank. Easier said than done, given how much we have already. But I will try and empty it out, and then we'll go ahead and replace it. I really shouldn't be basically decommissioning this without having another one built, but they've got ziplines now. I'm sure it'll be okay. We technically have more wheat flour than we ever had at any given time. What's the productivity like? 95%? 95%? That's not bad. Plenty of bread that we're going to share. What happened here? I see. We're still having a little bit of corruption. Unfortunately, we are just going to ignore that. And we have to keep filtering this out. You're very close to no longer being contaminated, and you're just walking around, dude. That's really disrespectful. We have 7 babies? What's your problem? I couldn't get to it because it's flooded. That's silly. Y'all like water. Being ridiculous. This is staying around a lot longer than normal. And just like that, it evacuated. It hurt me. This is all gone. Okay, well now we have that stinky poo water in there. Wait, I think we can go back to turning this on. Nice speed. Holy crap. I need to figure out how to do that here. But I think that requires more water. I'm not sure. Oh, good. This has been emptied. So let's go ahead and replace this with big water. Hopefully that gets built lickety-split. Also going to decommission these. Put it all in there. Leave that to do its thing. This should be almost gone, and it is. And once that's done and put away, we can make even more of the gear and plank shops that we need. And also another battery hooked up into the system, into the grid. I'll hang it off over here. Maybe we can get a third one over there. Only producing 140. Would it help if I dammed this off? No, right? I don't know. I don't know, really. Let's go back to looking at this. So, we can definitely move people over here. So that we can get this area up and running. But I want to make sure there's enough jobs. So 2, 3, there'd be 18 people here maximum. We can get... Do we have a gear import? Not yet. Try and get that going real fast. That's not enough. I need one more. No, because it's a warehouse. That was a waste of time. We want gears. And that's all we're gonna need starting out? Gears, metal. We could do metal. It's a bit roundabout. We might just be able to import the metal. It's already got quite a bit of stuff in here. I'm also got to make sure that there's going to be 10 employees working here as well. I think that's actually pretty good. Yeah, let's move some people over to the industrial district. We're just gonna take... Let's take 9 adults from home base and see what they do. And that's 1 person without a job. So no persons without a job. Get this hooked up. I know I kind of just sent y'all over here a pretty rough time. Didn't even have a chance for y'all to build anything. But now we are getting to work. Not bad. I think it would also help if we had something here so that some of the beavers could quickly get back to their homes. Should they be working at the hauling post? And we're also going to need a place to store some extract. Like this. That's antidote. This is extract. Biofuel. Extract. And extract is really useful for making bombs. TNT. Explosives. It's a shame that I can't fit that in here. Why can't I? Because of the actual building? It is annoying. Then we will simply build it up here. And we will create a path. That's not a path, that's a path. And we want to get some wood chopping. And we will set up this area to be cut. I can almost get all of it. How nice. What is your problem? Starving and dehydrated. I do have stuff for that. It'll just take some time. Do I need to clear this out? Oh. Oopsie. Okay. Crises averted. Still plenty of logs. Yep. Everyone should have a home here. Yeah, they do. I'm gonna set this up right away for whenever they start producing offspring. Berries? I guess we could import berries too, yeah? Didn't really think about that. We'll have it right by the housing. Maybe. Right in front of? Above? No, because then I can't get that ramp. I really should just keep it down here. It's just rough because I've got a little line that I can't use. Can I do this? You can, but that requires wrapping around. The tower's looking pretty good. I think we did lose a lot of our spatter dog. Well, I mean, say that. I have plenty. Y'all don't have much to do, huh? Barely have more wheat than what we were at. Where did my berries go? Did I delete that? Oh, it's right here. Hidden amongst the things. We'll set that to supply. I just gotta wait on metal blocks. Unfortunately, they have to go through 3. I guess we could build a crossing here as well. Bit of a walk. Yeah, they're not really importing, it looks like. We might as well. I guess I would put it right down this line to help cut down on travel. Either that or I can cut through the woods. It's probably better to cut through the woods. I want to cut through the woods. Oh, I'm sorry. Did all that work? One line of trees is not going to make that much of a difference. I can honestly probably scale back and delete some of these. We always have some trees to cut, which is a good thing. I want a constant rotation. I also might want to start investing in more bakeries. These are at 96% efficiency, though. Which means their demand isn't fully being met. Probably better with robots. Should we have a... Can we have a bad water tank? Can. Should we? I guess. I'm gonna move this around some. And honestly, I might just rebuild that. Stuff should at least try to look nice. And we should have a bad water storage. We should do that here. I guess. I'm just not very happy about it. Okay, now we need to figure out how we're getting some metal for this area. I guess that's fine. And get the district crossing. Six unemployed beeves in this district. Then y'all can probably work at an observatory. There's no real area we can start getting some water power, it looks like, though. We might be able to just live off of windmills. Oh, speaking of windmills. Not producing a whole lot. There's just not a whole lot of water in there. Maybe these should have been lower too. Right now it's just doing the spillage. It's a nice flow though. Let's see. Can I do anything about that? Regulates the downstream water level. Regulates the downstream water level. Should that go here? Regulates the downstream level. Let's just see what it does. I don't think I can make my water flow any worse than this. Battery's slowly going back up. Oh yeah, this could use some employees. Boom. I would like at least one to work there. So does that work? Yeah. And then again, we'll just wait until they start producing offspring, and then the population will be able to be a lot more explosive, expansive. Moonflower's still not able to get above 200. I could build yet another one and connect it. I guess. And food. Grist. And same thing as before. We just want to do one of these, right? Yeah. No one here is really desperate for a job. We could probably stand to make another lodge, I suppose. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do this. I think if I get one of these and then that'll work. We can build a lodge on top of that. Oh hey, the water is clearing out pretty well. I was right! Yeah, if these aren't fully stocked up, then maybe we do need to worry about getting more. I almost think I need to move this back some. But I don't know how possible that is with our tower of food in the way. Nope. Yeah, that was right. Oh, make sure these are also set to water. So what do you do? Target height. Uh-huh. So how do you do that? You're not really adjusting much from what I can tell. Oh, it gave us more, though. Maybe that was a good idea. Alright, go me. I'm gonna give myself a raise. And are we importing metal? No. Why not? We don't need scrap. We want metal blocks. And those are very clearly somewhere that I consider metal blocks. By lack of storage. Yeah, that tracks. I didn't think we were going to need that, but that tracks. So, is that a pile? It is a pile. Now the next update needs to bring a two-way staircase. One going that way, and one going that way. We love asymmetry. One unemployed beeve and 17 jobs. It could be working 18 jobs. Well, I guess not here. Go work there. We should also consider getting some transport for these guys. So an obvious one is right here. Maybe all the way back. I think I like that so I can use more. We can put this here. And then one here on the water. To make it easier. I don't know how this is going to reach around. It can't with the trees in the way. Well, what about this one? Can, for sure. Okay, if we build a pylon here, that does help. So we'll do that. No recipe. Bada bing. This has been built now, so let's go ahead and get some more beeves. Is it more worthwhile to use it this way? I think so. And then we will do a 2 tall. Excuse me, 2 tall. Yeah. I guess I never really considered that this is, like, not very efficient in terms of footprint. Well, I guess it is, for the most part. But I could probably build on top of this and get another 9 beaver lodge. I know our gear's low again. Yeah, we got 7. That tracks. Luckily, I think these are the only things that need gears for the pylon or the zipline network. We should probably get a zipline set up somewhere down here as well. And we're finally building these. No, sir. I don't like that. And it's in the water. Pick this up. They should be able to pick it up from 1 or 2 blocks high, from what I remember. Running out of metal, huh? Yeah, it's gonna be another expedition. We could probably make a small mining colony and have them distribute stuff out. It would probably need double the population of whatever a mine requires because of the injury. We could make it now. I'd say make it. We can afford to unlock it now. Drought time, drought time. So maybe I'll set up multiple of these. Because that seems to have not negatively impacted this. Would I set them up here? Maybe. Let's give that a shot. What's the worst that could happen? Nope. So is this like a dam, but better? I'm not too sure. I was right about them prioritizing this. They're not even looking at this one. To be expected, I guess. I just thought it would help. 6 unemployed, they're all here. Go work over here. How did I work this one out? Was obtain, supply. This is their only source of water, so it can't be supply right now. No goods in stock. No goods in stock yet. Yeah, just need to wait for this population to fill out a little bit more. I want to set up here. And I think I will do so here? Maybe here? Up here? Could spin it around and have 2 areas for them to go. And I can get rid of this bed and replace it with several other beds. By several, I of course mean 2. Okay, so now does this block this off? It's not going any faster. I guess I'm just not quite sure how these work right now. Maybe I was not meant to understand. But I sure would like to. Hmm. Didn't think about that. Too far. Blast it. This'll work, but I don't want to do it. Oh, I can also get rid of these now. We'll put one here. Yes, indeed we can. Is this meant to block things? Like, what if I set it below? Does it stop? It does stop. And this is filling up in the back. Little by little. Unless we're out of water. Not yet. Getting there. Okay, now we open it up to that. Not doing a whole lot. Well, that will also happen. Phooey, I say. Phooey. What are we working on next? Not a fan that these jobs so very often get abandoned. Could just be down to population. Dunno. I also need to figure out what I did with this one. Probably have it meet up with our eventual mining colony. Eventual mining colony. Line obscured. So let's make another pylon. Let's do it like that. And I don't think that we're going to have any future construction issues with that. I might need to expand this out. The more water you have in one area, the longer it lasts. Not just like because, you know, well, I get mostly evaporation, I guess. At least that's what I remember learning. How true that still is, I don't know. So I got 3 days left of this drought, too. Nothing should die, though. And, like, we're not hurting for logs by any means. Are these set to cut? They are. I'm going to reduce that. I think I want to replace these with maple trees. We can get some tapping going. So let's do that. Kind of a waste of wood. But is it really? Is it really? I don't think so. Still no adults in this district. At least not a whole lot. Okay, listen here, you. Gonna go sit around all day, huh? Don't expect a paycheck like that. Can I fit another bakery here? I believe so. Excuse me. I can. But what? Bread? I suppose so. I suppose so. I will fill this back up with trees once I can see again the length of the greenery, how far the hydration extends. I wonder how much more population do we need? I think we can afford to get another big lodge. Because I think what we have now is just not enough, actually. A lot of these are well above 80%. Where's our paper going? In here? Yeah. We can go ahead and pause that. Well, now we'll just put in a low priority. And look at this, the runes are almost gone from the humans. Whatever the heck that is. Would we be able to reroute some water this way? If we dome that off, could we get water flowing here? I bet we could. I'm just not very good at, like, planning that out. We have the impermeable floors. So does that work, like, on a platform? I guess. We can make aqueducts. That sounds goofy. Oh, but also, this gives me an opportunity to, undo my mistake here. As infuriating as it is. go ahead and destroy these. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, I want all of these. And then I want to get one of these here. And then we need to go all the way up. And this, I believe, needs to go one down. Right? 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 Maybe not. Maybe not. Perhaps not. Maybe that was a waste of time. Wouldn't be one of my videos without it. Hopefully we're going to be able to recover a lot of this stuff. I know the building needs water. I can't do anything about that right now. It's a drought. I'm figuring it out. Kind of curious that we need gears for a bakery. I really thought it would just be an oven. But maybe that makes too much sense. This was almost built. Gears not looking good. What's new? I'm going to say we can afford to have another bit of population boom over here. There are 6? Well, maybe we go ahead and get more workshops then. I'd like it to be out this way, I think. Even though it totally makes sense to have them out this way. No excess power going in through here. I'm trying to see where I could put another windmill if I wanted to. But I really don't think I can. Not like this. Put one on the water. Hideous, but we could. Like, am I just doing something wrong when it comes to gear and plank production? Am I just using too much? I do have one gear workshop. And how do we hook these up to the grid? We could do the worst way. And do something like this. Or I want that. I want that. Oh, does that not work anymore? Oh. Yeah, it does. 21 kids in this district. The population swings pretty wildly. For a while, I'll have plenty of, look at Carrot. For a while, I'll have plenty of beavers working every job, and then it'll just die down, and I'm not sure if I need to have more housing for that, or if that's going to just bite me in the butt. I have to wonder just how many of my problems are solvable by doing a little bit of Googling and research. And then I just decide that I'd rather not. You guys don't really have a hangout area. We can do that for you. That way y'all aren't just bored all the time. I would love to get some carousels going. This is actually going a decent bit faster than I thought it would. Too far from a district. Those might just have to go then. No, I refuse. I'll remake 1,000 paths before I let some of this stuff go to waste. Did I say paths? I meant levees. This got picked up too. Nice. Okay, good. We can see down here. This is extremely decent. And it is getting us power back for our batteries. And now that we have this going on, I want some maple trees. That's solely for a tapper to get some syrup. If there's no tree chopping getting out this far, perhaps I should make some more of these maple. Problem for a different day, though. Five unemployed down here. What's new? We could probably use more builders, actually. Till we get this stuff up and running, that is. Lido deck might be out of commission for a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, I can see why y'all wouldn't really be worried about picking up logs. Okay, so are these impermeable? They're solid. These are not solid? No, they are solid because the building's going to be built on top of it. Can this have water on it? I bet it could, as long as we get the impermeable floor. much parts that I need to guard this as well. But maybe I can do stuff reversed. Like, I almost can. And we can build levees on the side. Yeah. I don't know if this is what you're supposed to do, but I mean, it's speaking to me. Like, I mean, it looks goofy, but, you know, I think it'll work. That's a dam. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. Whoa! Look at the time. No one warned me. Okay, sorry about that. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care.